Okay, so here's a second example. So notice we're given the problem, the function, in set form. So this one's in set form, right? It's not in function form. But that's okay. The XY chart's pretty easy. We have the point 0, 0. We have the point 1, 2. We have the point 2, 4. And we have the point 3, 6. So remember, here's our template. Y equals mx. And all we need to be able to find the function rule is to find the value of m. And technically, again, for y, I should put f of x in its place, right? F of x equals mx, right? Okay, so we need to analyze the gaps, and the key is the slope, right? The m is the slope. And do you remember what the top is? It's the change in y. It's the vertical change. And what's the bottom? The change in x, the horizontal change. Okay, so let's do the gaps. We do the gaps of the y first. Between 0 and 2 is 2. Between 2 and 4 is 2. Between 2 and 4 and 6 is 2. All right, what's our vertical change? 2. What's our horizontal change? 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. That's got to stay consistent. It does, and it's 1. Okay, that's it. Boy, once you got the slope, all you do is substitute it in for the m. So here's the rule on that function. F of x equals 2x, or y equals 2x. Not too tough. Let's try this last one. Oops. Okay, so in this last one, find the function rule. And again, notice we're giving them in set form. So what do we have? We've got -2, 3, 0, 0, and 2, 3. Now, you could have 4 points, 8 points, 20 points. It should all be the same, but notice this. Notice we want to put the domain in order. Remember, the domain is the independent variable, and it's always the one in order. Now the y, the order is just whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. And by the way, notice this is a -3, right? 2, -3. So you got to put the x's, the independent variable, in order, and then whatever the y's are is what the y's are. Okay, so don't miss that fact of that order, otherwise you're going to have trouble. Okay, now let's analyze let's write our formula. Y, or f of x, equals mx. All right, y, or f of x. Find the function rule. We should use f of x. And don't forget, your slope, your m, is what over what? Change in y over the change in x, right? Vertical change over the horizontal. Your y's are always up, down. Your x's are always left, right. So let's analyze the gaps. Let's look at our y gaps. Now be careful. From 3 to 0, what happens? How much did we go? You went -3, right? What about this gap from 0 to -3? Again, you went -3. Good. This has a function rule, and that top value is -3. Let's take a look at what happens to our x's. Our horizontal change. -2 to 0 is 2, +2, right? And 0 to 2 is 2, +2. Good. So what's our horizontal change? 2. What's our slope? -3/2. Write the function rule. F of x equals. Now I could put the negative in the numerator, or I can put it out in front of the fraction bar. Either way, neither one is any better than the other, though I usually put it in the numerator. F of x equals -3/2 x. Hey, that's your solution, and that's how you're trying to find the function rule. Analyze the gaps. All right, lock this lesson. Be conscientious with your homework over the weekend, guys. This is key as we're building a foundation of functions. All right, that's it.